This is going to be really weird. If I turn this into a blog and like shot the whole thing on a camera from 1996.
People love it.
You think?
People are into that right now.
The lens flare coming over your head looks legit.
Good.
Look at that.
I can't see it.
You gotta get yourself a... I was talking to the people.
Oh.
So yeah, we're the only people here. There's a lot of spider webs. And Monica just peed in the toilet. How was that experience?
It was terrible. I always promise myself I'm not going to do it again. I do it again.
If we run into a lot of money one day, we'll probably just donate new toilets to state parks. Whispering Pines Trail is legit. Do that in the winter. Probably in the summer too. I've just only done it in the winter. And recycle your plastic and aluminums. 10 feet on the trail, and we got ourselves our first picture. I'm going to be talking while eating an apple. First pro tip for you is let your girlfriend walk in front of you so she gets hit by all the spider webs.
Jerk.
And get a spider stick. You just have to walk like that the whole time. Some super old rocks. First ones we're coming across. Oh wow, lens flare. Call Hollywood. We just went pro. Lots of great morning light that this 1996 camera cannot pick up. But the photos will look good. These are all pines.
Oh, damn.
What? Big spider web?
Yes.
There were some huge ones when I was trying to pee earlier. We've upgraded spider sticks.
Yeah.
This trail is actually pretty nice thus far. It's got a lot more pines on it than I thought it would, which are beautiful and they smell good. I'm really bad at trailheads, so what does it say? It says
it's going to tell us we're going to come right back here. It's going to meet right here. We're going to come back out.
So we want to go to the parking lot, right?
This way. We're going to go to the parking lot. If we want to leave here at some point.
Gotta go home now. It's a true fact that the average person eats about 9 spiders in their lifetime. But if you hike, you probably eat around 900. You got more spiders next to your mouth than what a normal person would. You know. Science. 007 Spider Stick Edition. I call this the Bullwinkle tree. Looks like a moose. Or it looks like a ball sack on top of it.
This makes me happy.
Oh, definitely. It's a bummer because we're just doing a short hike and then we have to go back to civilization and pick up my car that's in for an oil change. And then both of us have events this evening for filming and photography. But it's cool. We have now. I'll probably have Monica edit together her photographs so you can see some high-res quality pictures of the hike, since you're totally getting that with this 8mm video camera. This is what happens when you don't pay attention and you're vlogging. You accidentally run off the trail. So we didn't go that way.
That's the trail.
This is a trail? Oh, there's a tree down. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Okay. Ooh, mini Christmas trees.
Christmas tree farm.
Christmas tree farm. Just had a trail runner pass us, and it's like we've been fighting back spider webs like crazy. It's like you get done with a 3-mile hike and like you're just like fucking covered. Is that what happens?
I guess, but better than us.
I usually wear pants. This is the first time I haven't worn pants. And this trail, it's actually kind of grown over in certain areas. So I'm like legit worried about poison ivy. Do you know what poison ivy looks like? I never remember what it looks like. If you can verify if this is poison ivy. say so. If I recommend you ever to like eat something, I probably wouldn't listen to me. So spider webs have been way better since that runner passed us. It's probably good advice. I just don't know how you like make that happen, because you can't really help if you're the first people that show up on a trail. But if you're able to go behind someone, you're like limiting the amount of spiders in your life by 1,000%.
Poison. Ah!
Bugs?
Yeah, poison oak, poison ivy. So it's got like
Oh, it's got like...
It's pretty smooth though besides that, so I don't think that was poison ivy.
No. It's nice when you have internet connection in the middle of the woods.
We really need a book that tells us like what's what. But I'm pretty sure we've seen a lot of fucking poison oak around here.
If you can recommend a good nature book, hook us up. So it circles back.
Yeah.
And then we could go this way technically, but I don't know if that's any faster.
There's Whispering Pines Trail is that way, so I know they connect to each other. But
oh, and that arrows. This is why I can't hike by myself, because I can't even read arrows correctly.
Well, it's just boys don't like to follow directions.
I don't even think it's just a generic boys thing. I just honestly think I'm a little bit slower with arrows and letters and numbers and words. Maybe poison ivy. A little bit more rigid. Looks like the picture a bit more. Or maybe you can eat that. Maybe like that's what we would be surviving off of if we were stuck out here.
This is sassafras.
Sassafras. How do you know that?
Because they have different leaves on them. They have like these regular ass leaves, and then they've got these weird leaves on them too.
Weird leaves, regular leaves. I feel like we just discriminated against leaves. Now we've got a par 5 with a water hazard in the middle of the fairway they're going to have to avoid. That'll be on their second hit. Monica goes for her approach. It doesn't look like a lot of water from here, but definitely a lot of water. Oh yeah, a couple good-sized little minnows. Throw a line in, catch some fish. If you haven't checked out micro fishing, or like I guess it's creek fishing on YouTube, you should do that. It's pretty hilarious. They like fish out of their backyard and stuff and catch like tiny fish and sometimes big fish. So this is where we're going back to?
Yes.
Like this is only like a 3.7 mile trail. Eventually we'll vlog like 13-mile trails, which then you can see us get really lost. We're going to the Smoky Mountains in October, so that'll be pretty sweet. You'll have to let me know if you like this old school 8mm look. I like these little pools. They're like their own little worlds, but it's all connected to ours too. Oh, nice. You guys should be able to see this one. That's a legit one. He's not finished with it yet, but the architect says it will be finished later today. Monica has a Canon 6D, which she just recently upgraded from a T2i, and does a lot of photography stuff. You should like her on Facebook. Places Monica goes on Instagram. Now that's an interesting channel.
Do it for the gram.
Yeah, I mean, her channel's legit. I need to pick up my Instagram game.
We've got
one blackberry.
2 ripe blackberries
Oh yeah,
up
nice.
in here.
Lunch. Good to know we wouldn't go hungry out here. Alright, getting a little thick. And fucking Jurassic Park now. Sun's supposed to finally come up. I don't even know if that was a sentence. I'm a little winded. Autofocusing in 1996. Not that great. Cool little flower though. A little too thick for my liking. Shorts were a bad idea. It's okay. Everything's a life lesson. You're either learning or you're not. Pro hiking tip number 2, you can always use your girlfriend as a camel, as a caramel too, because they're sweet. If you know any remedies for poison ivy, might as well just put those down there for me. We have a lot more Christmas tree farms in Missouri than people think. We've just moved to red arrows instead of yellow arrows. And I think that was the Whispering Pine Trail sign, right? Maybe a mistake, question mark? There's just one red arrow, you know. We're back to orange, which is good. Oh, that had thorns. That looks like a cave over there. Food time. If you don't just eat avocados by themselves, I don't know if I trust you. Our sexy lunch date. I was gonna say, if you don't hike, even if you're on like a smaller, like 3-mile hike, always bring snacks.
And water.
And water.
Like more than a tiny bottle of water.
Yeah, you should definitely get a camel pack. I can link the one that we've got, which is really nice. It's durable, it's got multiple pockets. I'm usually carrying my camera pack, so I can't put it on my pack, but I'm trying to get a backpack that has a water thing in it so I can start carrying my own. So Monica doesn't have to since she's doing photography. There's nothing worse than being on a trail hungry and dehydrated. It takes all the fun out of it because then you're like, oh, I'm a human. I actually have to survive even though this is a small hike. It kind of takes the enjoyment out of it. We sat across from that cave, and if like a baby cub just came out, would you go over there?
No.
No?
Because that's not what you're supposed to do.
I mean, I know it's not what you're supposed to do, but, you know, it is a baby cub, and he may want to cuddle. Lots of thorns here. Lots of pines ahead. I love pines. Pines are probably my favorite tree now.
Piney, pine, pine.
This may be one of those invasive beetle species.
I don't think they are, actually. I think the invasive ones are the emerald, the ones that are all emerald.
Oh, these two are mating.
Oh.
Yeah, get that beetle love.
Beetles have penises?
I don't know. Leave it in the comments. Do beetles have penises? This is where we were at? Oh, okay. This is the first place we went to.
No. The third one.
Oh. This looks way different to me. Yeah, you can see them now. They range in size. There's a couple that are maybe like 3 inches to real small ones too. So fun. I love fish. They taste good too, and I'm trying to go away from that. I'm a flexitarian. Hawn State Park. Really cool though. Monica's been at least one more time than I have. Highly recommend. Where are we going after this? St. Genevieve, which was the first town west of the Mississippi, question mark?
Correct.
Sure looks like a fun guy. I heard a woodpecker once while we were out on this trail.
Yes, I do some
I really want to do some videography with woodpeckers. Just took some footage with some hummingbirds. I want to do that again. But I got my main camera off to service, so I'm hoping to get that back within a week. Name this plant. It's got dangly things. And it curves. Very Fibonacci. There we go. That's him. How about a foot? This tree's been holed out. This was someone's favorite eating post previously. Can anyone verify if these are woodpecker holes? They seem to be. Oh man, they go all the way up.
Brian honestly thought in Seattle we were going to be killed by a panther. Mountain lion. Panther. Because we were in South America.
Hi. Hey there.
Wait,
Hey, guys.
Hi. Wait, let Annie go first.
All right, so what are your thoughts on this trail?
It's good. Not as challenging as Whispering Pines, North Loop. Not that scenic, but for like a walk in the woods is fine.
Yeah, I'd agree. I will say there was very few people. Like those were the only people we passed the whole time, besides the hiker that passed us initially, which was great because he took out all the spider webs for us. So very quiet.
Yeah, so we basically didn't see anyone for like almost 3 miles.
It's very shade covered, but it does get overgrown on the back loop. So again, pants, and that is all. There's definitely a little bit left on this trail than what I thought. Had a good uphill stretch. And it's really not bad. Just to go off of what Monica said in the last clip, is this is a very moderate trail. The North Loop on Whispering Pines is a hard trail. A lot of up and down elevation, a lot of rocks to conquer. But this one would be a good like starter trail if you just wanted to get your feet wet. Well, lots of cars here now. That was good.
That's good.
Super cool. So that trail did take us like 2.5 hours. It was pretty accurate to what the sign said, maybe even 2:45. But now we've got 23 minutes till we're at St. Genevieve. Is that right? Genevieve? What was it?
Genevieve.
Genevieve. St. Genevieve. Duh. I knew that. Yo, shout out Mother Nature. Killing it today. Really doing her thing.
Do you want to poop in a toilet?
If
Do you want to poop in a toilet?
This is the only place for going bathrooms rationally nearby. Shout out to Midway, the general store.
Midway, what up? Oh man, hair studio / gas station.
Is that
they
Rage?
Are living in the fucking future.
Rage Hair Studio.
Do I just park anywhere? What is this?
Yeah. We've had this guy like straight up tailgating us for like 2 miles, and now we just dropped to a 45. Gotti. Here's our friend that's been tailgating us. Roadway rage is just not worth it, you know? It's like, you got this beautiful day.
Those people who, at the gas station across from Six Flags, got into an argument at the gas station, and one person followed the other into South City and ended up shooting into their car eventually when they caught up with them.
Well, I just saw like a news thing that was like, road rage incidents are up like 500% this decade.
Turn left onto Market Street, then you will arrive at your destination.
You can go on like house tours around St. Genevieve.
Oh, there's a farmer's market to the left. We'll have to go there. It's kind of creepy that I'm just taking a video of these people's house, but it's from 1805. Crazy. And we're at the cemetery. 1817. Josephine Thomas DeLee. It's really cool. Monica was like, this is my heaven. Who died 1851.
Whoa, born 1785.
Apparently this is a bird sanctuary too, and is maintained by the parks. You said the National Park Service?
Being restored by a grant administered by the National Park Service.
The model senator of Missouri. Lewis Lynn. Born 1775. Predates America. On a lighter note, got some serious tomato action from the farmer's market before they closed.
Got some maters.
You see a date on there?
No.
I mean,
301.
that's the address probably.
It is.
Dope house alert.
A fucking horse post to tie your horse
Yeah,
up?
when you need to tie your horse up, you know?
Oh my God.
It's hard to get a sense of the town if it's like super, yeah, it's probably super hick. I mean, judging off of them. But some of it looks really well put together. But there's others that's like entertainment stands on the porch, if you know what I mean.
A bunch of
There's-
old people playing.
How am I rolling on this when we pass it? There's a whole
This is the ice cream shop with the 10-cent coffee if you're interested.
10-cent coffee and ice cream, Sarah's. We could do that. Yeah. Ooh, the glass looks really cool. Oh wow. I think it's just open. Tour begins here. Y'all know what time it is? Yo, if you do filmmaking, you gotta come check this out. These places are legit. Look at this. Open. This guy's handwriting is trash.
What?
Getting some soap on the upper windows of buildings from the late 1700s. But that band music really takes you out of the creepy zone. I kind of feel like this is one of those towns where they're like, it's great here, don't leave us. I'm over here like needing this ice cream. Monica's all in the pictures.
Did you take my ice cream? I think that's mine.
Wow. Talk about keeping the neighbors out. It's just so legit.
National Historic Landmark.
Alright, gonna stop in for mass real quick. Non-denominational.
Wow, they're very progressive.
Love is always open. Alright, YouTube, can I eat these? These are berries, red stem. They look kind of like tiny tomatoes. The green ones. There's purple ones too. Yeah, these are like blueberries. I don't know. Edible? Not edible? Red stalk. I think we ran out of fun.
No.
Monica's
Get on
really
that
digging
building.
it.
Look at that.
Oh, let's go up this fire escape. It was cool. Nice little town. I can't say there's like a ton to do here besides like eat,
You go to every
which is pretty
museum,
typical. There's a lot of museums.
tour of the houses.
I don't think I'd find like these people's lives interesting that lived a long time ago, you know?
Maybe you would.
I want to be judgmental like that.
Some locals on the street?
Not for this particularly, but you can say hey.
No, it's okay.
Show them the tomatoes.
This
Ooh,
is my wife Patty. She's all into
Hi,
heirloom
Patty.
tomatoes, and she's got
These
just
look
about
awesome.
everything.
Yeah.
She can tell you a little bit about every one of those.
Nice meeting you two.
Yes, yeah.
Bye bye.
All right, see you.
See ya.
We just made some new friends.
Kind of. You kind of shocked them when they said, do you want to talk to some locals? And you said, no, not particularly. And they were like, oh, okay.
All right, that's gonna be it. I had to turn off the AC for this, and Monica's panicking. So now it's back on. But that's it. That was our hike. That was St. Guinevere. No, St. What is it again?
Then turn right onto Market
I'll
Street.
let you figure it out.
You know. So yeah, it was cool. And maybe we'll do something else soon. Have a great one. Say bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. All right, so I felt compelled to do an update for you. It is about a week since Monica and I did this hike, and as a recap for the poison ivy reference that I kept making, I actually got oak mite bites severely bad. I'm talking like 200, 300 oak mite bites. And you may be asking yourself what they look like, and here are the pictures. So they're red, pimply, they have little blisters in them, and they've kind of plagued the Midwest for the last couple years, but they go dormant for like, you know, a decade at a time. And apparently right now they're like super all over the place near oak trees. So make sure you're mindful of this. They don't show up right away. They showed up for me the day after, but it is a beautiful day right now. An unseasonable cool weather for St. Louis at the beginning of August. But I felt compelled to do this update given that we talked really great of the trail. The trail was great. Really liked the trail, did not like the oak mites. So be careful out there. You can read up on them if you'd like. I'm sure you'll run into them in the future if you do a lot of hiking. So thanks. Being a good little model. Oh, okay, I don't know if I can handle this.
What?
Hold on.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's go.